I had a mole cut out the other day. Ugly thing. The doctor went extra deep. He scooped it, as he said, to make sure if it was malignant, he'd gotten underneath it enough to extract all of it. Don't worry. A couple days later I found out it was benign, negative. No need for the extra scoop, but that's okay. But what stuck with me most was the words, "in transit," on the clunky little phone app where I tracked my biopsy results. My little mole, black in the center with lighter bubbles and deformations around the outside, carted off somewhere. The procedure was done in a rural clinic, but the lab was in a city an hour away, and I couldn't help but wonder, who was driving my mole to the city? It couldn't be riding shotgun in a red cooler with a white top on the passenger seat of some part-time college kid's personal vehicle. Could it? Maybe he delivered pizzas in the evening and dangerous-looking moles in the morning. But no, too intimate, too informal. A van from the hospital then? An older man, retired, driving with care and concern for all the damaged tissues in the back. Did it smell back there? And when it arrived, was someone waiting for it? A lab technician tasked with receiving my mole, popping the top off the tube, tapping it out onto a napkin? What did it look like by then? Hours cut off from its life source, shriveled, discolored? Did it smell? And now, years later, I wonder, where is my mole? Should I have requested it back, sent a self-addressed stamped envelope for its safe return, like a son or daughter coming home from war? And why was the doctor so keen on sending it away in the first place? He didn't even consult with anyone else. And what do they do with discarded flesh? Is there a dedicated dumpster for these things? Does it smell? Who's tasked with hauling it out? Do they preserve some of the pieces for medical students to pick at in cold classrooms and caring nothing at all that such and such piece was once attached to a soul? Why do I miss it suddenly? You know, I remember talking to our late Schwanzman in the bar one night. He'd lost his fingers in his snowblower, and now I'll never get another chance to ask him, what did they do with those fingers at the emergency room? And did he ever miss them, like I miss my mole? Did he feel them somewhere, like a phantom pain, a wayward pulse, like feeling the scream of your child too far from home? Because that's what gets me. The little things, the lost, the unwanted, scattered to and fro, naked, violated, discarded. How does anyone live another day without being crushed under the sheer weight of it? But the Schwanzman didn't seem too bothered by it. In fact, he seemed put off by how I kept prodding him to imagine where his lost fingers were at that very moment, all those years later.